Hey guys, my name is Latoya. Welcome to my crafty space. So, a couple things. First off, the one thing I did to prep for Easter is I went through all of my stamps and I basically shopped my stash, which you guys, it's literally so fun. So I shot my stash based off of a list that I created. I'll be sharing that video soon. I have to do a little bit of editing. And I also threw in to the box that I put my goods in from my stash, some items from my most recent haul. And that's the last haul I'm doing until Stampin' Up! Comes out with their catalog, because I know I'm going to buy something. But that's pretty much it. And as I said in a previous video, I'm not really an Easter card girl, so I had to assess would I like to make Easter cards. I only have a few, quote unquote, actually had more than a few Easter stamps in my stash. So this really helps me get those items together. So now I can put those in a container and have them all, sorted by category. And then again, like I said, assessing whether or not I'm going to make Easter cards, what type of Easter cards I'm going to make, or are they more like spring cards? And yeah, so let me show you guys. This here is my box, and this has, like I said, my goodies in it. It's outright Easter stamps or stamps that I could turn into Easter cards. And yeah, it's just, it was really fun to do this, to just shop for things that made me think of Easter and put them all in a really nice box and rummage through this to figure out what I want to create with these items. Y'all didn't hear that. Another thing I did was I kind of sketched out a couple card layout ideas that I really like. These three are right now my favorite. So I'm just going to use these as a jumping off point for just jumping into creating, because one thing I am absolutely trying to cut out this year is overthinking, and I'm going with my first thought for creating a card. So yeah, I'm just sharing all of that with you guys. Maybe you guys are in the same boat. If you are, good luck and stay focused. Okay, so a card idea that popped into my head is jelly beans. I don't know why. I don't like jelly beans. I don't eat them. I just think they're cute, but yeah, it's not a thing for me. I'm going to find some jelly beans so I can make a background, because I really want to make really shiny jelly beans. And again, I don't know why, I just do. And then I might use, one of the stamps from out of the box. So, layout, possibly this one here. I just created a card with this layout, and I'm not challenging myself to just choose a different layout, because honestly, I just want to do what makes me happy. And this layout is so cute. It might just be the bunny right here that's influencing me, but who knows? I'm just going to take this box out and see if I have a jelly bean. Okay. This is a part of the Simon Says stamp kit that just came out. This is the Easter Joy limited edition Simon Says stamp 2022 card kit. This die is also a part of it. And this stamp set is a part of it. Really cute. I have a video I have to share with you guys where I did an unboxing, but I was really excited to get this. I love all of these items and they're just so adorable. Okay, so I had to go outside of my box here and bring out this Avery L stamp set, because this jelly bean here is a decent size. I was looking at the Lawn Fawn set and I'm like, you know what? These jelly beans are just so small. I can't do a whole background with that. I need something a little larger. If you guys don't know, I do have a container full of candy stamps, because I'm not addicted to candy in real life, but I love candy stamps. But again, I'm pretty particular when it comes to the style of stamps that I purchase. And that's why I don't have everything. So I think this will be really cute. I'm going to make a background with just a piece of white cardstock. And this. And I don't think I've played, have I played with this? I use the heart stamp. That's it. And this stamp set is called Pick and Mix. It's so cute. So cute. Now, thinking ahead, I think that although it's a lot of work, quote unquote, I think that I'm going to Copic color this because I want to make these shiny, and I'm going to use like glossy accents for that. And you cannot use glossy accents on top of dye ink because it interacts with the dye and you get a really weird funky color that messes up everything. I know this because I learned that the hard way. All right, so now I need to figure out what Copic colors I am going to use for my jelly beans. And here is my Copic collection. Oh my goodness, you guys look. I did not expect to go all out and do multiple colors. I didn't plan on using yellow at all, but I ended up adding it, and I'm kind of glad I did. The card base here, this just really pops, and I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely outside of how I typically do things. Usually when I make cards, I pretty much stick to like 2 or 3 colors. So this is outside of my normal, but I'm excited. So I went through my card swatch stack, and I think I'm going to use Highland Heather as a background for this. I think it picks up the purple jelly beans really nicely. And I don't know, if I change my mind, I have Mossy Meadow here to the side, but that's where I'm at right now with that. So now I am about to get out my Glossy Accents and go over these awesome jelly beans to make them all nice and shiny, which was really the reason why I did this in the first place. So, and it's going to give it time to dry while I figure out what to do. You guys, this already looks so awesome with how shiny this is. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, actually the next day, I let this piece totally dry, and unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but there's like a wet spot right here, so I can only think somehow water got on my card and now it's dry, but you can still kind of see it. Like now that it's dry, it's kind of minimal. I'm just going to go with it, and I don't know. I might cover it up. It's bothering me because I can see it, and I feel like when I go to take pictures of my card, it will be noticeable. So I want to do something to remedy this, just so I don't run the risk of, okay, my card's done, and I take photos and then I notice this this splotch here. So I'll figure that out. Anyhow, do you guys like how shiny my jelly beans came out? These are just so stinking cute, and this card actually is going to be for my fiance because he loves jelly beans, and yeah, I just thought doing that would be super swell for him. Now because there's a bit of color on this card more than I wanted, I'm actually going to go ahead and stamp another background just with some pinks and reds, because honestly, that's kind of all I was really going for. And then I ended up adding green here and yellow. And while it totally looks like Easter, it is just a lot more color than I honestly like. Again, I'm happily surprised with it, but man, it is definitely outside of how I do things. And to further make things look different, I'm actually going to use the inside of the jelly bean, my solid portion of the stamp, to stamp, and I'll have 2 different backgrounds. So that'll be kind of fun, right? All right, so now I'm just going to choose some colors. Flirty Flamingo would be really nice. And Real Red. And I think I'm just going to do these two colors. They're very pretty. All right, so my background is done. I did make a little mistake. There's just too much red, you guys. Too much. It's all over my fingers. Okay, let me pick this up without touching it with my fingers because I need to not create any further mess. So right here you can see I touched that on mistake with my red inky fingers. So I'm just going to trim this down so it can fit a base, and then I'm actually going to just stamp another jelly bean to cover up that error. All right, so now that these backgrounds are done, and as you can see I did fix that error that I had going on both sides of this card, I think I want to use one of these dies here. My cats are begging for food. Okay, so this is one of the sheets of dies that I took out. These dies remind me of Easter, and I think I'm going to die cut out some grass and use it on one of these two cards because that would be super cute. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use both of these, but I think I am going to die cut the grass in both of these colors and then possibly do some ink blending just to give this the color more effect. I don't know if I'm really making sense tonight. I'm really tired, but I hope so. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think I want to do is bring in another die. And in case you were wondering what grass dye this was from My Favorite Things. I just remember that's where I purchased this from. This was like also one of the first dyes I ever purchased, which was like a really big thing for me. So, like I said, Easter reminds me of eggs, ovals. I have like a whole list of things, and that's what inspired me to shop my stash. So another thing that I think I want to do on this card is use one of these oval dies. And I want to use something plain first because I don't really want to cover too much of, I don't want to cover basically all the hard work that I did here in the background. And I think if I do that and then have some grass around it, that might work. I don't know. I feel like my thoughts are just kind of like up in the air a bit right now. I don't know why, but I just thought of stamping this chick on yellow cardstock and making that be like one of my background pieces for this card. I don't know why, it just hit me, so I'm just going to go with it. My mind is so weird right now. So that means I need a piece of yellow cardstock. And I'm kind of limited in the yellow that I have. I think Daffodil Delight will be the closest to the yellow that I want for this. Alrighty, this chick is just so cute. And if you can't tell, like I said, I don't have pattern paper. I pretty much just make my own. So maybe that's why my brain is like, hey, we should do this. Just because I want that look. If I do this with this, I'm going to need one size larger. I'm really thinking on the fly, you guys, and I'm really tired, but I want to get this card done. And I'm going to say right now, I'm going to finish this card here later because it's almost midnight and my brain is like not wanting to chug along. So we're just gonna go with one card. If I do this, I'm going to need one larger, and I think that'll be fine. I'm just going to create an outline. Because what I need to know is how much I need to fill in when I stamp. And this stamp set by Simon Says Stamp is just so cute. I'm just like, okay, I need to get a card done with this. I need to get a card done with this. I haven't gotten a card done, and I just want to get a card done. And I know I'm using outside stamps from what came in the kit. I'll try to make a card using all items strictly from this kit for people that are interested in that. Okay, I'm just gonna... Let's see how this looks. So now I'm just going to use some garden green, which is the same color as my cardstock, just to darken it a little so it pops more on the card. Okay, you guys, it's the next day. I don't know where I am. I don't know anything, but I'm just going to go ahead and just do a quick recap so you guys know what's going on. I just have really, really long days, and you know, that's the life of a nurse with 2 jobs. Okay, so I fixed everything this far. I think I originally wanted to do something with this die and an oval and maybe like make grass inside of the oval because it's kind of like egg shaped, but I didn't like that look. And because I was trying to find a way to hide my error, I decided to just put a piece of die cut grass here. And then because my brain is like, well, as below, you do above. So that's just what I did. So I also put the cardstock here. So I stamped this chick repeatedly on a piece of yellow cardstock because I didn't have a lot of yellow here in the background, and I thought that would be a good color to have here in the center. And I just layered that on Highland Heather just to match the matting that I have here also. I can't believe it works because you guys, normally I work with only like 2 or 3 colors and that's it. This is the most colorful card I've done in a long time. And then I was thinking of sentiments. So I was kind of taken aback because I was really hemming and hawing, and my goal is to use a sentiment from this set here, which is amazing. That's why I purchased it. But I really, really wanted to just have a sentiment that was a block so that your eye went directly to it and there wasn't any space. Because as you see here, and again, I'm not like some master card designer or anything. I'm just telling you my thought process and why I do what I do. And I guess that makes me an artist. Yeah, so if you also struggle with these things, hopefully my tips help. But because I have these jelly beans, which has a lot of space in between, and then I stamped this adorable chick here, and there's no coloring, it's just the yellow and the chick, but there's still space in between the chick. I really wanted a sentiment that was just bold and just drew your eye. I don't know of any other way to describe that. And one of my favorite type of sentiments, which I did a haul like, you know, last year, and I purchased a lot of these because I realized it was really my style. These are the block or type sentiments. I don't really know the name for them because some companies call them something different, but this is Avriel and this is called Loads of Happy. And I love how it is just black all around, and then you see the lettering and that's it. So you don't have that space. It's just like filled in. And so I went ahead and I heat embossed this in black because I wanted it to shine, because I have shiny jelly beans. I wanted my sentiment to also pop against this plain stamped chick. And yeah, that's going to finish out my card. Now I decided to do 2 of that word's happy because I like to work in 3s. So when I did a practice piece and I stamped out these sentiments, I ended up putting down more than 2 of these sentiments, and I liked how it looked. So that's what I'm going to do now too. Is that cute or what? Okay, so I really, really love this. And as you can see, I decided to turn my oval because originally I had it this way, but I think it looks better like this. Right, my card is now complete. I am so tickled. Me heat embossing these sentiments literally gives them such a nice pop against my simple stamped little chicks back here, and it's just great. Yeah, I'm really quite pleased with how this came together, considering I did a lot of things I've never done before. This is my first time actually using Glossy Accents. I've had it in my stash for like forever. You know, it was one of those things that I bought when I became a crafter and everyone was using it, but I never got around to using it. Well, you know, almost 10 years later, here we are. 10 years? No, probably like 7. Anyhow, I just recently got serious about this hobby like a year or 2 ago, so technically I still have a lot of catching up to do. All right, I'm really happy I put different stamp sets together. I'm glad I just went with my mojo because this is just ridiculously cute. I'm glad I used the Glossy Accents back here because it just helps your eye go from this cool background to the sentiment, and you can really narrow in and focus on the sentiment, although you have these adorable chicks to look at and these jelly beans, and then you're looking at the grass and you kind of just want to touch it. Like, it looks so cool, it kind of just pops. And I don't even have anything raised. I just decided to just, you know, place everything down nice and flat. I did double this oval here, as you can see, with the Highland Heather cardstock against the Daffodil Delight, so that's raised a little bit. And then my images, the jelly beans, look a little textured and raised due to the Glossy Accents, and this heat embossed sentiment also has a little bit of a texture to it, which is nice. So like if I was giving this card to a kid, I could see them just being like, oh my gosh, let me touch all over it and then ruin it. But this card is actually going to my fiance because he loves jelly beans. I don't eat jelly beans. I don't think they're fantastic, but he loves them, and yeah, super cute. On the inside, I just stamped 3 more, and I went ahead and Copic colored those. I am going to put some Glossy Accents on the inside, but I have to like prop it open so they can dry. I'm gonna have to prop my card open so that they can dry, so I'll be doing that once I'm done recording. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. I cannot wait to use the stamp set even further with the items actually from the stamp set. I'm really thrilled though that I got to bring in some of my other sets that were just like sitting in my stash. I did have intentions of using this stamp here, but my mind ended up just going in a whole nother direction, and that's quite okay. So I hope you guys are inspired by my make here and hearing my card process. If you guys do enjoy this video, do like this video and also subscribe to my channel. I said I'll do a giveaway once I hit 900 subscribers, which I'm really close to. Yeah, so hope you all are inspired to use your stash, and you know, if you do feel the need to get some new goodies, get some. But shopping my stash was so delightful that I just had to use these items that were off to the side, even though I had new goodies. But again, like I said, I know some people want to see cards made with the card kit, so I'll be making another card for you guys also. All right, I hope you guys do something crafty, then make sure you're happy. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.